Okay, this video is a continuation of our number 15 in class practice for differentiation. And I did most of it, but I didn't want the video to be too long. So what I did was I got all the way up to 4, but I didn't do these next two problems. So I wanted to do these with you. So here I am back on doing the quotient rule and the product rule. This one right here is a quotient. So what we're going to do is label this our f and g. So this is f and g. So f is e to the x, f prime is e to the x, g is 1 plus x, and g prime is 1 plus x. Now, when I write down the pattern, I know y prime is f prime g minus f g prime all over g squared. Okay, so what we're going to do here is actually kind of plug and chug, put in those values there, and then we're going to use some algebra to make it look nicer. So this one is actually y, so we can actually say y prime. So y prime is f prime g, so f prime g, so I'm going to say e to the x times 1 plus x minus f g prime, so it's going to be, oh, I made a mistake here. So g prime is actually just 1. I didn't mean to do that. So let's try that again. So f prime g, let's try that again. Oh, I did do that part right. Okay. So f prime g is e to the x times 1 plus x, okay, minus f g prime all over g squared. Now I'm going to try to simplify this down. So I got y prime equals. So now when I do that, I have a term here and a term here. I always use those brackets. Factor out the e to the x. When I do out of the first term, I have a 1 plus x left. And then if I take e to the x out there, that's a minus 1, all on g squared. Okay. And then I look at it here and say, oh, thank goodness. I can say thanks for playing. These cancel. So now I end up going, and this is x plus 1 squared, so that squared should be on the outside. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so now I have y prime is x e to the x all over 1 plus x squared. Okay, so that's how we would write that one. And the last one here to do is 14. So here's my f, here's my g. Okay, so we're going to set up our f and g's here. So I have f is going to be t, f prime is 1. G, I'm actually going to write it as t minus 1 squared, okay? But I am going to write g again and actually multiply that out, which is t squared minus 2t plus 1, because now I can do g prime as 2t minus 2. So sometimes you have to do that. I wrote it like it is, and then I multiplied it out so I could do the power rule. Now I'm going to go ahead and set this up. So I have y prime. Remember, it's the same thing. It's quotient rule. So it's f prime g minus f g prime all over g squared. So I just wanted to put that really quickly. So I'm going to plug it in. So f prime g, so I have t minus 1 squared. And there's a reason why I'm doing this. Minus f g prime. So I have minus t times 2t minus 2 all over g squared. So I have t minus 1 squared squared, right? So I have y prime equals t minus 1 squared. And then I'm going to actually take out of this one the 2. I want to show you this. Minus 2t times t minus 1. I'm going to show you why I did this in a minute. All over t minus 1 to the 4th. So the reason why I did that is because now I see a t minus 1 in this term right here, and I see a t minus 1 in this term that maybe I can factor out and make it so I can simplify it because I have a t minus 1 to the 4th. So I have y prime equals, so out of both of these, I'm going to take out a t minus 1, factor that out. When I got left is I have 1 t minus 1 left for this one, and I have a minus 2t left in my second term because I'm dividing it here all over t minus 1 to the fourth. Then I say, oh, now I have factors. This is to the first power. This I can cancel, and this will go to the third power. So this is going to be, ready? I have t minus 2t, so that's going to be a minus t minus 1 all over t minus 1 cubed. And so we just found the derivative with the quotient rule on that one. So this one's a short video. I just wanted to kind of break it up. So I hope that helps you with the power rule, and the power rule, the product, and the quotient rule.